Welcome to this Blender tutorial. Making the Millennium Falcon Part 4. We are going to make the cockpit and finish the underside of the ship. Remember to like and subscribe. In top view, press number pad 7. Press Shift A to add a cylinder. In the X rotation, type 90 degrees. Press G to grab an X for the axis. Move the cylinder in line with the blueprint. Now press G to grab and Y to move it up into position. Press S to scale it down to the size of the cockpit. Press Tab to enter edit mode and I to select all. Select the end cap of the cylinder and press G and Y to move it up to match the drawing, making any adjustment as needed. Select the end cap again and in top view press R to rotate. On the keypad press -30 and then enter. Press G to grab and Y to move upward to match the blueprint. Next press S to scale and match the width of the cockpit. Let's press E to extrude and move it over a bit. Next we press R to rotate, then press Z for the axis. On the keypad press 30 and then press Enter. Press G to grab and then move it over to the first line of the blueprint. Press S to scale to match the width. Check to see how it looks. I can see it is too short in the height, so let's scale it with S and Z. Right, back to top view in wireframe mode. Press E to extrude and S to scale. Then Shift Z to only scale the X and Y axis. Repeat this process 3 more times. Next, select the face at the end and change back into top view. Press E to extrude and then S to scale it in to match the cockpit front. Press I to inset to form the front windows of the cockpit based on your reference photos. Press A to select all and add the hull material to the cockpit. Now select the following faces. Press E to extrude and -0.03. Add a new material with the plus button and call it glass. Now assign it. Put a loop cut in the bottom of cockpit glass with Ctrl R, then slide into position before clicking the mouse to lock it in place. Repeat this process for the top of the glass. Change into top view and wireframe, and with the loop still selected, press G twice to slide the loop cut up. Add more loop cuts with Ctrl R to match the drawing. Change to vertex mode and select the vertices and move them to the shape of the window top. Change to face select and select the following faces. Now press Alt E to extrude by normal and -0.03. Assign the glass material and the cockpit window is finished. Let's adjust the cockpit shape. Start by isolating the cockpit with the / key. Zoom in, then switch to edge select mode. Press Alt and select the first edge loop. Press and hold Shift and select the remaining edge loops. Now press the / again to switch back to normal view. You can see the cockpit access tube needs scaling. So press S to scale. Use your eye to adjust the scale until it looks right. That looks good from this view. However, when I look from above, I can see that the intersecting angle is off and seems to be pinching inward. So let's fix it. In top view, isolate the cockpit again with the / key. Now zoom in. Alt select the intersecting edge loop. Press G to grab and Y to move it up. That looks better. Press the / key to return to normal view. Rotate around to check the look. Press Tab to exit edit mode. In object mode, right-click and select Shade Auto Smooth. Time to add armor plating to the cockpit. Press Tab for edit mode. Press Ctrl R to add a loop cut to the section behind the glass. In top view, straighten the edge loop with S to scale. Y for axis and number pad 0. Now add another loop cut, repeating this process. Press G twice to slide the edge loop into position. Add another edge loop here on the cockpit access tube. Change to face select. Select these face loops with Alt select and then Shift select for the additional face loops. Press I to inset and 0.01. Press Alt E to extrude and 0.01. Do the same for the other two loop on the access tube. Select this loop of faces, then inset and extrude it. For the next loop, I am going to select groups of 6 faces and leave a space of 6 faces. With this selection of faces we inset and extrude it. Then we select the faces and the spaces and repeat the inset and extrude process. Let's select the faces below the glass on each side. Press I to inset and 0.01. Now press Alt-E to extrude normal and 0.01 on the keypad. Select this skinny loop of faces behind the glass. Press I twice to inset individual faces and then 0.01. Now press Alt-E to extrude normal and 0.01 on the keypad. Last of all, we want to select the top seam of the cockpit and then press E to extrude it up. Let's check the result. Now for the underside of the ship. Select the front middle bulkhead and tab into edit mode. Shift select the bottom back 5 rows of faces as seen here. Move to side view and press E to extrude the faces. Press Z to lock the axis. In the side view, press S to scale and Z to lock the axis. Then press 0 to flatten the faces. Press G to grab and Z to move it up into the right position. Take a look, then press Tab to exit edit mode. Select 5 faces wide and 2 deep on each side of the bulkhead. Press E to extrude and Z to lock in the axis. Press S to scale and Z for axis and 0 to flatten it. Press Tab to exit edit mode. Change to top view with 7. Press Shift A to add a cube. Press G to grab. Press Y to lock in the axis. Press S to scale and X for the axis. Press S to scale it on the Z axis as well. Press G to grab and Z to move the cube up. Now tab into edit mode. Adjust the back face and then press E to extrude. Press S to scale and X for the axis. Repeat again, press E to extrude. Press S to scale and X for the axis. Once you have this shape, press G to grab and Z for axis. Inside view, line up with the bottom with the front extrudes. Tab into edit mode and adjust the front face position. Press S to scale and X for the axis. Check how it looks. Now press the / to isolate the mesh. Shift select the top faces and press S to scale. Next is the bottom armor plating. Select the checker pattern. Hide the mesh we just made so you can select the face below this mesh. We will speed through this part. And inset by 0.01. And then Alt-E to extrude by 0.01. Once the back section is finished, unhide the back mesh. Select the checker pattern and inset by 0.01. And then Alt-E to extrude by 0.01. Finish the back bottom part of the hull armor plating. Now do the front bottom part of the hull. We will speed through this part as well. Select the checker pattern and inset by 0.01. And then Alt-E to extrude by 0.01. Select the checker pattern and inset by 0.01. And then Alt-E to extrude by 0.01. Next we will finish the bottom of the airlock bulkhead. Select the 4 faces on each side of the center. Press I twice to inset the individual faces and press 0.01. Next select these 4 faces and press E to extrude and 0.01. Now select the remaining faces and press E to extrude and -0.01 to extrude inwards. Select the sides of the bulkhead and press I to inset and 0.01. Now select these 4 faces on each side, then press E to extrude by 0.01. Now select the remaining faces on each side, then press E to extrude by -0.01. Time to add the seam taut the bottom of the cockpit. Select the following face. Press E to extrude in 0.01. Lastly, select 6 sets of faces on each side of the seam. Press E to extrude in 0.01. Let's add some color to the vents. Tab into Edit mode. Select the top face and add a black material to it. Do the same for all top faces. Let's go into the Shading tab. In the bottom window, change from Object to World. Press Shift A to add a noise texture. Press Shift-A to add a color ramp. Plug the color from the color ramp into the color of the background. Plug the factor from the noise texture into the factor of the color ramp. Select the noise texture and press Ctrl-T to add mapping. Add texture coordinates. Make adjustments to the noise scale and the color slider of the color ramp. In the texture coordinates, change from generated to object. Adjust setting to your liking to give you a quick space look. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.